gonna have some fun. Pulling on my straps. So we'll start off with a little play. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Come here. Oh, that's a good boy. Oh, 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 yes, 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 yes. Okay, go on. Oh, he's a good boy. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Oh, oh, there it is. I'll let him play with me a little bit, even though I generally don't like biting jackets and stuff like that. I'm going to build a little rapport. And I'm going to make a sound in a minute when he bites. And I'm going to startle him a little bit. The sound is me, not him. Oh, you're rough. Oh, you're roughy tough. You're rough and tough. Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Oh, you get frustrated, is that it? You get a little angry. You got anger issues. You got a little anger. Yes. Tell me about it. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. He's doing pretty good. A little bit of anger. I can see where they had some trouble with him. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. Okay. We'll use a little yelp, squeeze, and freeze technique. Letting him play so that he actually thinks it's fun to engage us. It's really important that he gets to play it for at least 30 or 40 seconds before we do the first correction. I kind of let him play a little longer just to see kind of what he's made of there. But we let him play for a little bit so he builds some rapport. And then we catch him off guard when he bites a little bit too hard or bites somewhere we don't want. And immediately we yelp, which you've heard. I give him a quick squeeze like this. It's more of like a shock. And then I freeze, totally freeze. I mean, don't move a muscle. Wherever you are, you squeeze and you stay perfectly still. And you can see that it takes him 3 or 4 seconds to kind of process it. He relaxes, and then in this case he licked me or whatever he does, you go right back to play. Okay. Now that's for playful biting. When he starts getting nasty like this, where he's getting frustrated, that technique may not work, but I at least want to start setting some ground rules about his mouth during play. Okay, here we go. Okay. Just the way, like when I challenge him or touch him a little bit, he doesn't soften, he gets really tense and pushes. We need to work through some of that right now. Else, right? All right, let's work on this hardness you have. What's up with this hardness? There we go. That's a good boy. We'll use a little body weight here. There we go, God. Yes, yes. So just make a low ceiling. I don't actually push him down, I just make a low ceiling, and then when he relaxes, obviously the pressure goes away. but he's very tense and resistant here. So just there we go. There we go. So we'll just wait for him. That's a good boy. Yes. Okay. You just want to play. You just want to play. All right, let's see how he does on his back. Aha! There we are. So very light. I'm not squeezing, I'm just very light. A lot of dogs panic when they're on their back and you touch their chest or throat. There. Okay. And so we just let him relax. As soon as he does, we're done. And go back and play again. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. What a toughy you are. What a toughy you are. He doesn't have a whole lot of skill. Very emotional. You know, and being a black Pittie, that's, you know, just not really in the plus column.
Yeah.
But I think if he gets the right kind of work and we can kind of soften him up so he's not so, I mean, it's just like a board too. He's just tense. I mean, I'd be agitated too if my muscles were like this. I was the other night, you know, until you relax.
Needs a jacuzzi.
Yeah. So he definitely needs some strong guidance, you know, like a parent to play with him, like you mentioned, your husband roughhouse with the intent of teaching him how to behave, right? I use it as a mechanism to teach the dog how to be respectful and soft. And then some massage and soften him up. But underneath, I think, he'll be workable. Hey. Okay. It does target hands a little bit. All right. Come on. What I'm looking for him to do is to lower his rear end. Where it's there. There's his chest now. As soon as his rear end lowers, I'll tell him, okay, I'll let him go. So I'm barely touching him. I'm only squeezing a little when he backs out so he can't get out. But right now there's zero pressure on him, none. It's all on my elbows. He just knows I'm there. I just squeeze a little bit when he struggles and relax as soon as he stops. You can kind of see this hand working here, right? As soon as he relaxes a tiny bit more, I'm going to release him. Good. He just doesn't know how to yield. That's all. Good. There we go. There we go. That's better. Good. And his body actually softened a lot, so I'm going to release him now. Okay. The other thing I want to do, besides be on, you know, I get on top of him when we play, is I also want to be on the bottom. Because some dogs get overstimulated as well, and in cases like this, they may panic too. So when he gets ready to play with another dog, he's going to be on top, sometimes on the bottom, to the side. In other words, physically, they're going to be all over, and he has to be comfortable in every single position, right? If I put him here and he either panics or he gets, you know, really overstimulated, that's a problem, right? So I wait till he calms down. And then I release him. Okay. Oh, good. He put his nose on my mouth, but his mouth was closed. That was very good. He came forward kind of excited. I thought he might mouth me, but he didn't. So same thing here, a little pressure with my knee. I'm getting him to relax. That's the main thing that he needs to learn, is how to yield to pressure, whether it's pressure from the leash, pressure from the body. He gets either overstimulated or he pushes back, which will manifest with him as jumping, biting, jumping on you, pushing. And of course, none of those behaviors are welcomed by people, right? So like right here, got my hand on top, but I'm just doing this. I'm not pushing into him, I'm creating walls. There's a wall here. Right? I don't squeeze him, I just block or create a wall. Same thing here, a wall or a ceiling. And he can push into it all he wants, but as soon as he softens to it, it goes away. All right? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, there you go. So he relaxed right there. Okay. Nice. Very good. Especially with a dog that gets angry, if you get frustrated or angry back, can escalate. They can get really upset, more so than whatever caused them to get in trouble. This way, they just think, yeah, you're friends with them. You're maybe a parent figure or a pack leader figure. They do something, they don't like it, you don't like it, it's uncomfortable. As soon as they stop doing it, we're back to this again. But if you get angry with him, put him away, yell at him, put him in a crate, reprimand him, then that whole rapport building is gone. The purpose of a leash at this age is to teach the dog to when they feel it, to soften the pressure, okay, to back up from it, not just be led around by it. Okay. They may not fight it because they, mechanically they can't, but it builds up a lot of frustration in a dog like this. Oh, look at you. Hey! So we had a little anger towards my hand, so we're going to relax, require him to relax a little bit more. As soon as he relaxes, I'm relaxed. So I'm not holding him down. It's very, very important. People do this wrong all the time. The idea here is to calm him, not punish him. So when he throws a big fit, we put him in a subordinate position. When he's relaxed, I'm relaxed. If he's snarky, it's uncomfortable. And it's a very quick back and forth dance. If he lets go, I let go. That time he bit pretty hard, through the jacket, but he bit hard. That was anger. So again. You see, he didn't fully accept that either, so he kind of got up with attitude. Good. Good choice. So we'll let him pass one more time, and then I'll invite him to play with it. There we go. Okay. Good boy. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, guess what? Something you're allowed to bite. Something you're allowed to bite. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Not the best toy for our first teaching lesson. That's okay. That's all right.
They love the tug toys, that's for sure.
Yeah, we want something that doesn't have a lot of threads on it, so that the dog to realize that when the toy stops, it's no longer fun. And obviously, if it has a lot of strings on it, it's still fun. So you kind of kill the toy, he drops it for an instant, or he lets go for a second, and you immediately say yes, and you make it fun again. And so he learns that when the toy stops moving, to let go. And that's kind of the first lesson with toys. When it stops moving, you let go. He has chosen to let it go in order to get it to go again. And then you teach him the word out or drop as you kill the toy. So as soon as the game comes to an end, he's going to do it anyway because he wants to, then you assign a word to it. That way you don't get any conflict. The dog does it. You don't need treats. You don't need corrections. You just simply say out to kill the toy, and he goes, okay. And he drops it, and he waits for you to throw it again. Especially this guy. He's going to get really angry if we try to correct him or pull him off. And if we use food, he's just going to get excited for the food and then come back and try to grab the toy. He's not going to learn to settle down and to disengage, which is what we want. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So I'm already here. I'm holding the dog. I'm playing. It's really obvious. I'm moving the toy, moving my body, right? And then all of a sudden, game's over. And I just hold the toy against, I don't pull it, I just pin it against my body. Yes. As soon as he lets go, yes, then throw the toy. Yes. Oh, good boy. Good boy, good boy. Oh, tear it up. Oh, you sure you're up for this? Boy's got a lot of energy.
Yes, he does.
Oh, yeah. Tell me how. Tell me how. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes. Yes.
Okay.
So now I'm going to come over and see what he says about me approaching his toy. Well, the good news is he's distractible, so he's not that intense possessively. He's intense about the toy, but he's not. That's good. Okay. Yes. Oh, good boy, good boy, good boy. Oh, good boy, good boy, good boy. Oh, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Oh, yes, tell me about it. Oh, oh, yes. Come on. Oh, there it is. Oh, 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 yes. Oh. Yes. Yeah. Oh. Oh. One of the other reasons that I put him this way is so that when I'm playing with him, he also is facing away from me. He's always like this. It can get pretty competitive and even a little aggressive. It's you, me, you, me. It's very competitive. But we're looking in the same direction. You know, he's not fighting me, really. Not my body, not my persona. Oh boy. Oh, get it. Oh. God. And I keep my hand on his chest in case he gets angry at my hand. Right? Yes.
Walking really well.
Is he?
He'll still tug on the leash a little bit, but
Okay.
He really doesn't.
he doesn't pull it like he was like.
He just sort of.
Yeah. But she'll put the toy down and she won't let him have it.
So now we got him excited. Good. Oh, good. He doesn't throw a big fit.